Hi everybody, welcome back. If you are completing this lesson from home, again, just like yesterday, the date that you can see up here is Wednesday the 14th of April, but you won't be doing this lesson on Wednesday the 14th of April. You'll be doing it a little bit after that. So what I'd like you to do again, just like yesterday, is pause the video and write your date and your LO just like we do when we're in school. I'm hoping that you've got a ruler at home so you can underline it beautifully as well. I'm going to be looking for that when you send me pictures of your home learning. So pause the video. And I know it says make eye contact here, but obviously you can't do that from home. It'd be great if you could, but you can't. So when you're ready, unpause the video and we can get started with today's lesson. Okay, let's get going. So today, as you can see from our learning objective, we are going to be carrying on our work with apostrophes. Apostrophes, those little pesky punctuation marks that we started learning about yesterday. So there's another golden rule that we're going to learn about today. So we talked about yesterday, never ever using apostrophes for plurals. Plurals when we've got more than one of something. So we might have one sausage, that's a singular, and two sausages. We've added an S because it's a plural. We never ever use apostrophes for plurals. Promise me, never do it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We've learned about apostrophes for contractions. Those words like didn't, shouldn't, couldn't. We did that yesterday. And today we're going to learn about another reason that you might use an apostrophe. That is possession. So I want you to have a little think. I can see the word possess inside that word, possession, possess. So think about other words that might mean the same thing as possess. What do you think is behind my blue box here? It says another word that means the same thing as possess is... Okay, and it is own. So you can possess something. So it might be, I possess these glasses, but I can also say that I own them. So those are two words that mean exactly the same thing. Now, we're going to have a little look at a picture. I'm going to show you how to do this. And then you guys are going to have a little go on your own. Okay, so I'm going to show you one. That's me showing you how to do it. Then we're going to practice together. And then I'm going to give you some questions to do on your own. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture. This is a picture of me on my holidays a few years ago. I went to a place called Venice in Italy and it was beautiful, really lovely. And if you ever get a chance to go, I definitely recommend it. So in Venice, there are lots of bridges and lots of canals. And it was really, really beautiful, really sunny. It's in Italy. So obviously, when I went walking to explore Venice, I had to take a handbag with me. So I own that handbag. I possess that handbag. And I am going to write that handbag belongs to me, and I'm going to use an apostrophe to do it. So how do you think I would write that? It is Mrs. Thompson's handbag. So my name is Mrs. Thompson. And the apostrophe, this little mark here, that shows that it's me that owns the bag. Okay, so the trick to getting the apostrophe in the correct place is to think about who is it who is doing the owning. Well, in this case, it's Mrs. Thompson who's doing the owning. I am the person, Mrs. Thompson, I am the person who is owning the handbag. I am possessing it. So my apostrophe goes immediately after the person who is doing the owning. Okay, so that's why it's Mrs. Thompson's handbag like that and not Mrs. Thompson's handbag like that. That's something different. Okay, so my apostrophe goes after the thing that does the owning. That's how you do it. So I have got some more examples here and I'm going to move myself out of the way. So I'm going to do a couple of these with you and you should get the picture and then the rest you can kind of practice on your own a little bit. So here we have the Queen, God bless her, and she is wearing a crown. Okay, so I'm going to need an apostrophe Who is it who's doing the owning in this picture here? What do you think is behind the blue box? It is the Queen's crown, and my apostrophe goes here after the Queen because the Queen is the person who owns the crown. So it goes straight after the person who owns the crown, and it's the Queen who owns the crown. So that's where my apostrophe goes. Right, now, here we have Bob the Builder, and Bob the Builder owns this helmet. So here we had the Queen's crown with the apostrophe straight after the person who's doing the owning. And here we've got Bob the Builder, and he owns this helmet. So what do you think is behind the blue box? Are you ready? Pause the video if you're not. You can always write it down on a bit of scrap paper or a whiteboard. And the answer is Bob the Builder's helmet. And it goes straight after the name. So Bob is doing the owning. You could also have Bob's helmet. You could just have Bob's helmet. And Bob is the one who owns it. So that's why my apostrophe goes straight after the person who owns it. Okay. This is Elsa from a very famous film. Okay, highly recommended. And she has some hair. So it's the hair that belongs to Elsa. Where does my apostrophe go? Have a little think, write it down, and I'm going to reveal the answer, see if you're correct. Elsa's hair. So Elsa is the one who owns the hair, so the apostrophe goes straight after Elsa, because she's the one who owns it. Okay, can you start to see a little pattern emerging with where my apostrophes are going? Now this is Peppa Pig, and this is the nose that belongs to Peppa Pig. How do you think the answer's going to go for this one? Pause the video, write it down. Are you ready? It is Peppa Pig's nose, and the apostrophe goes straight after Peppa Pig because Peppa Pig is the one who owns the nose. Okay, now this is Bart Simpson, and this is the skateboard which Bart Simpson owns. So what do you think is behind my blue box here? Pause the video to write it down. Are you ready for the answer? It is Bart Simpson's skateboard, and Bart Simpson is the one who owns it, which is why my apostrophe goes here. If I had my apostrophe here, I would be saying that his name is Bart Simpson's. That's not right, is it? Or that there were lots of Bart Simpsons who all owned the skateboard. That's very confusing. So the apostrophe goes straight after the thing that, or the person that owns it. Okay, and the last one that we're going to do together before you have a go on your own is this guy is Harry Potter, and this is his scar. Okay, don't forget Harry Potter needs capital letters because it's a name. Okay, are you ready to see what's behind the blue box? Write it down if you haven't done so already. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It is Harry Potter's scar, and my apostrophe goes here because Harry Potter is the one who owns the scar. Okay, so hopefully you can see where all my apostrophes go straight after the person or thing who is doing the owning, who's doing the possession. Okay, now here is your independent task. Are you ready? I'm going to have to move myself out of the way. So, pardon me. So, the book that belongs to Mrs. Norman. Okay. Where's my apostrophe going to go there? The Pringles that belong to Miss Ramdari. The lovely cardigan that belongs to Mrs. Lee. And the dog that belongs to Miss Kischeck. So, you are going to write, just like before, with the apostrophes. This time I haven't given you pictures, I have just given you words. It's a bit trickier with words, just words. Okay, so you are going to write the answers. Just make sure you get those apostrophes in as well. Okay, so I'll give you the first one. Hopefully that will help you along. So the answer would be Mrs. Norman's book. Okay? Does that help you figure out the answers to the others? See if you can get the others on your own. Okay, if you're not ready, you can pause the video, write down all of your answers, and in a sec I will show you all of the answers on the next slide. Okay, are you ready for the answers? 3, 2, 1. Here they are. So, Mrs. Norman's book, and my apostrophe is after Mrs. Norman because Mrs. Norman is the one who owns the book. Miss Ramdari's Pringles. Well, Miss Ramdari is the person who owns the Pringles, so the apostrophe goes after Miss Ramdari. Mrs. Lee is the one who owns the lovely cardigan, so the apostrophe goes straight after Mrs. Lee. And Miss Kischek is the one who owns the dog, so the apostrophe goes straight after Miss Kischek. Fabulous. Well, that is the end of today's SPAG lesson on using apostrophes for possession. Join me again tomorrow for the next lesson in this series, and we will be carrying on our work on apostrophes. Have a lovely day. Keep working hard. Keep making me proud, and I will see you soon. Bye.